ProGroupRacing.com.au presents Show Us Your Tips midweek preview, looking at racing from Warwick Farm and Ballarat Sports. Where are we? Sandown Beaver, Sandown Hillside.
Sandown, mate.
Back to normal this week after the wacky few weeks. How'd you get through the gong? You have much of a play on the weekend?
I didn't do a lot on the weekend, Daggy, thankfully enough, because it was pretty hard going at Ballarat. I don't think no faves got up.
No.
0 from 10. And, it wasn't easy as well at Kemper.
Yeah, I think Monagle in the last was the only saving grace had. Oh, and I was pretty keen Hulk, but the rest was just pretty ordinary. But I think the lesson from that is, for me, is that for these couple of weeks, I think I just take the 2 weeks off. Do the smart thing.
Yes.
Because I think just none of the form makes sense, because it's away. All these horses are coming from metro tracks with metro setups, and they're going back to just tracks they're not used to. It just all goes a bit wacky. So
it does. It is hard to find. So you've got to look for a little bit of value and hopefully snare a couple.
Yeah, that's it. But back to reality this week at least. So some summer racing kicking off now. We've got Warwick Farm on a good track tomorrow. Rails in the 3 metre mark, I believe, as I pull up the notes here. A couple of friends of the show going around. Got horses in tomorrow as well. Rail in the 3, good 4. Generally Warwick Farm, usually on pace-ish early and then down the outside later. Standard Warwick Farm, I think.
Yep.
We'll kick off the day with...
I'd say you're about right.
Yeah, 3-year-old maiden kicks us off. Short price favourite from the Wallace stable. Probably very hard to beat. The form around it, Cat Diori stood up pretty well. I was just thinking Tycoonist, now it's been changed, gelded and sent to Chris Waller, has trialled okay. And I think it might be a horse of some ability at a bigger price. Is one I was sort of interested in. Obviously, like I said, Cat Diori coming through the stronger stuff, but was happy to spec Tycoonist in the first there, around the $6 mark, but nothing crazy for me in the first. The second of the day, though, I think is where you're kicking off, Beaver.
Yeah, wasn't a fan of the first, but got to the second, and Easifar I thought was a good dominant win last start, and I'm hoping it can reproduce something from that run. I think it's drawn well enough, and it looks to be only have one main danger, so I think Easifar is looks hard to beat.
Yeah, I was all over it Cup Day. I don't think it actually handled the wet track. I think back on top of the ground actually suit it better, and it's probably a horse of some ability. So I'm with you there. I will wish good luck, though, to Carol and Jason, who are fans of the show. They've got Harmony Rose going around. Probably the other chance, I think.
Yeah, it's a good little horse. It looks to be the main danger, that's for sure.
Yeah, 2 nice wins, and then and probably gets control tomorrow as well. So plenty of upside. I think they're the two clear chances heading into the race. I'm with you though as well, but probably nothing crazy. Just wary of Harmony Rose. I know they're quite keen, so good luck to them tomorrow.
100%.
Into the third though, I think there's probably we keep the trend going of these midweek staying races being awful, and I think the favourite will win this because this is an awful race.
I'll leave that with you, mate.
Yeah, probably short now. I think it was $1.80 by the time we came on air. Miyake comes through action.
Yeah, $1.85.
Yeah, it's coming through Saturday form at least. Everything else is a bush horse here, and you get these ones that are a bit tricky in the staying races. We saw it with Parry Sound nearly getting nabbed. So there's nothing I really want to stamp, but maybe one that you can throw into a couple of multis here. Miyake for J-Mac, Chris Waller, because there's just not another horse.
And probably the good track will probably help.
Definitely. The fourth of the day, 3-year-old 1,000-metre race. We see Vinny's horse, Britain, return to the races under Nash. Have you got any thoughts here into over the 1,000?
Yeah, I hope Britain goes all right for Big Vinny, but I think he's going to have his work cut out against the favourite, Stoical.
Yep.
Was fairly impressive first up from the Snowden stable after coming back from a long spell. It's been gelded. Look, I think it's looks ready to take the next step and should be hard to beat in this. This is a pretty good race.
This is a good race. It was very impressive, Stoical. Very well backed as well. I think it was smashed on the day.
Yes,
Kembla.
it
Uh, I
was.
will I will make mention of Ballistic Lover though. Last time it comes back to Warwick Farm where it beat Malkovich, who has won since, and Brandon Abdullah's suit probably sits about 4 back and has last shot in a pace with quite a bit of a race with quite a bit of pace. Scared of Stoical. I think it's come back and shown its true colours before dry track suits, I'm guessing, and the other one to beat. And Britain will be closer in the run. Nash on board. They think it's got some ability. They're taking up to Gold Coast for the millions. So fingers crossed for the old man. But yeah, I'm with the two I mentioned as well. I think you're on the right track there.
So a horse going to the millions, you would expect to be pretty hard to beat in this.
Yes, I would hope so. Nash seems to like the horse. Blinkers on. It's been dragged back 3 times from wide gates, and now they've drawn a gate. I think it will be either leading or on pace. So we'll see the real colours tomorrow. They'll know more by what time? 4 o'clock tomorrow. So you're welcome to join us for a beer and watch it go around if you want tomorrow, Beaver. Down at I might head to an establishment here.
All right, send me the message, mate.
I'll keep you posted. Anything in the 5th over the 1400?
Yeah, I thought Invasion Day from the Freedman stable. There was a lot to like about its first up run. Overcame a bit of trouble. I think it was at Hawkesbury. And again, if there's got a bit of improvement in second up, I think this could run a fair race at around $7.
That was smashed that day as well. The Freedmans, when the money comes on, they don't miss. They back
At
that
the moment,
right in Hawkesbury. I'm actually going to make a case.
Yeah,
Keep going.
Yeah, look, it didn't have a lot of form, the preparation before that, but came back last run and it was fair odds. So you kind of probably might have missed an opportunity last start, but after that, sometimes those horses that are long odds produce well first up. They back that form up.
It was also second prep in Australia. Sometimes they just need that prep to
That's right.
So maybe that's the true colours there. Hawkesbury form. Did beat Fast Coney, who is a horse I've mentioned does have a little bit of midweek form. I actually made the most notes on this race, really, and I don't quite know why. Olympic Legend sat outside the lead and was pretty tough, beating Rockamore and Gone By, who obviously went to Canterbury and bolted in last week there, but did have the bias in its favour. What else we got here? The one I'm actually going to put on top, though, is Rath Valley Miss for actually Hickman. I think it's flying, going quite well. Form through Gone By as well, who obviously ties into the favourite there. It was pretty good at Kenzo before that, and I think back on top of the ground suits as well. So just an honest, might be a good day for the Hickman stable. And obviously the one you mentioned as well is a horse of interest there. So for me, 5 from 3 in that race. Second last of the day. My Wi-Fi doesn't want to join us. Was one that I struggled to really get my head around. Anything?
No, same, mate. I couldn't get my head around the form here. Open race with many a chances. So go for your life, punters.
Yeah, no, I could probably entertain for the sake of a bet, maybe something on the 6 Nuclear Summit, who's trialled okay, but nothing crazy there. And wrap up the day. Never Talk's been saved from the earlier race to run here. Hot little race as well, I think. The 11.
Yeah, really good race.
Any
What'd you come up with?
What do you do with Sarah? What do I do with Sarah? Beating the dog.
Yeah, well, I went with Sarah.
Yeah, tell us why. Yeah, no, I'm fine with forgive it.
Yeah, look, I am going to forgive last start. I think it's drawn well enough to get a good run in transit here. I just don't know about the Hawkesbury. It's just something didn't seem right with Sarah at Hawkesbury, but it didn't shirk its task in the end. I think they put it did start short and
even,
probably was a little bit disappointing.
I could sort of explain the price because I had it as well going. That was a favourite stay at Hawkesbury. And I think a few big punters had the first three favourites all in and all up, and the first two lobbed, and I think suddenly it was $1.80 to $1.22 or something. So I think that might have been weight of all up money
Yeah,
as well. But it was
yeah, a little bit under.
and Hawkesbury's can
Yeah,
be a graveyard. It's just a weird track, Hawkesbury.
it is a weird track, and so I'm willing to put a line a little bit through that run. Forgive. I think the horse has got a little bit of ability, but there's plenty of chances here. You could pick. Never Talks flying at the moment. Sally's Day resumes well. Looks to be going okay, and I still think a horse like More Profits, drawn wide, but could also be very hard to beat.
Bingo. I think More Profit's a nice horse. Trial's been okay. I think you get around $10 tomorrow, and
It's
interest.
11 at the moment.
Yeah, oh, nice. So that's a bit of interest for me there. I really like Never Talks last win as well. That was quite good.
Yeah,
Above and Beyond's come out and just been pipped again. So I think that form's okay. But a hot little race there, and I think
it's a cracker.
we'll see a few of those horses how they come back will lead to winners down the road too. Because if they come back in good form, that'll hold up for the next 6 weeks. I think.
Yeah, these are all the top four in the market here. I think have all got a bit of ability.
Definitely. Tough day to really stamp a best for me. What about you? Best and a value? And then I'll run through my Cordy and
Yeah,
thought.
my best for the day was race 2, number 2, Easifar. And my value bet of the day was race 5, number 2, Invasion Day.
Very good. I'll make my value Wrath Valley Miss, for all the reasons I outlined earlier. I really struggled to find a best, so I'm going to make it probably Tycoonist, actually. I think it's come back well. I like the stable change and the gelding. We'll hopefully start they have a winner at a bit of value there. Only because I don't want to tip Miyake. Miyake will just win. So if you wanted absolute certainty, Miyake. But just for the record, I'll make my Tycoonist my best. Quaddy at Warwick Farm will go with 5. As my phone kicks me out. On the fly. Quaddy will go
5, 8, 9.
5, 8, 9, and throw 6 in as well. 2, 3, 5, and 8. 6. This is a tougher leg. 6, 7, 2. Home with 3, 4, 9, 10, and 12. Just giving Volpo another crack on the dry. 20% from your $50 there, punters. Let's head down. I've got to quickly mention progretracing.com.au, of course. Visit progretracing.com.au for extensive guides and free tips. They look after us very well, so check them out. Plenty of good stuff happening across the summer. Plenty of news up there today. As we head down to Sandown, the rail is in the 4-metre mark after on the quick backup from last Saturday. Where do you want to kick off here? Sandown, as we've mentioned before, tends to play the run-on track. Rail in the 4 shouldn't be too scary, I would hope. So we're looking for swoopers later today, I would guess again. Where are you kicking off, Beaver?
Yeah, I left the first alone, so my first bet came up in race 2, number 7, Meanie. So Meanie comes across from the Adelaide yard of McAvoy. It's been pretty consistent around the money in with some nice, strong form out of the South Australia. Look, gave a huge sight last start. Again, was beaten by Magna Bella, who I think came out and won the Kilmore Cup. And look, it's been around about without winning, which is a little bit of a concern for me. But $5, McAvoy is pretty astute, bringing horses over to Melbourne, and I think this one could be hard to beat.
Fine there. My first bet of the day will come up in the 3rd for the 3-year-olds. The Hayes horse down the bottom, number 12, Aswat. Nice first prep. resumed in the Joviality race. I know we've talked about Sweet Reply and Joviality, but it was pretty much as unlucky, not as unlucky as Joviality, but pretty unlucky. And by the time it got air, it really stormed through the line. Back to midweek, $6. I think it's a great each way bet there, Beaver. And you look like you're very happy.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah,
Great.
I like that.
Yeah, fantastic. Like Gate 11 for it and like Luke Nolan. So lots of ticks there for me there. I'll keep it going. Hopefully we are able to run on because I'm going to tip the top weight in the fourth as well, Lamu. I know it's a horse you've had opinion of in the past.
Yep.
Coming back again. It's had the prep in Australia now. First up, second prep. We got out to a distance where it probably just didn't handle going up right up into stakes grade. Back to a 64 midweek. Not a strong race. I think Fudged will roll across and lead of Metronome, and this might have last shot at him here.
Yeah, look, it's a horse I've backed a few times last prep and didn't probably produce what I was hoping. Tomorrow could be its day.
Yeah. I'll keep going while I'm on a roll because race 5, I like Mr. Dupes, the favourite. Lightly raced stayer, finally out of this trip. It's had the run over the 24. It was quite dominant. So now second up 2,400 against an average field and around the $5 mark. I think he's here to run well as well. So we'll keep rolling there with for the Stokes and that Poi combination, which is pretty potent. Jubes around the Mr. Jubes around the $6 mark. Where to next?
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, my next one came up in race 6, number 3, Paddy Mac. Was flying last preparation, 2 wins in a second. They put it out for a spell. They bring it back tomorrow. Gets a 3 kilo claim for the young lady that's aboard. So brings it in about 58.5. This isn't an overly strong race. I think Paddy Mac looks hard to beat here. Probably the main danger is number 7, Capital Zeus.
Great. Where are we here? Yeah, nice. Flying to the Wild Stable. Anything in the 7th? I thought that was a bit hard for me.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough race. If I was going to have a bet in this race, I'd be going down the bottom of the weights. Again, same jockey. It gives a 3 kilo claim, Just Folk. Thought its last start wasn't as bad. Again, won a few starts back. It's been around the money. This is not a tough race. It's $7. If I was going to have a play, that's what I'd be going.
Very good. I'll wrap the day up with a winner. Number 16 here, Tralee Rose. Was absolutely smashed at Flemington during Cup Week. Won that race dominantly. Comes back in grade. I think this is a weaker race. A couple of the ones that met here are here as well. And you're still getting 320. I think the time stood up quite well in that race as well. Just looking here. Yeah, and not much to beat here. My best of the day, actually. Tralee Rose in the last. I'm going to wrap up the day with a winner. What about yourself, Beaver?
I'm with you. Yep, that's my best of the day too. So I think Tralee Rose looks very, very, very hard to beat. And hopefully I've got some cash left at the end of the day to put it all on.
Fantastic. I'll put some. I'll make my value then before we let you get to your summations. I'll make my value Aswat in the 64 race 3, number 12 Aswat. What about yourself and your quaddie?
Mate, I was almost thinking the same as you with my value, but given that you've gone Aswat, I'm going to go my value as race 7, number 16, Just Folk. Ooh. About the $7 mark.
Yep, fantastic. And run us through your quaddie for Bendigo, which I have probably given you no notice on doing. So let's see how you go.
No, it's all good, mates. I've got a quaddie here. It's a tough one. First leg, I've gone 3, 4, 10, 15.
Yep.
My second leg, I've gone 3, 4, 7, and 12.
Beautiful. I'll do like a little sneaky chow stable.
In the third leg, I've gone 1, 6, 7, 14, and 16.
Yep.
And the last, I've brought it home with 1 out, number 16.
Nice. 80 combinations, $50 gets you 62.5%. Anything up north, Beaver? You hit the nail it again. 2 for 2 on Saturday, unbeaten up there.
Geez, yeah, I got a few, mate, but it worries me a bit if I've got too many. But I'm gonna have a lash anyway. Race 2, number 3, Mistress of Doom is my first one. My next one comes up in race 4, number 8, Good Chat, which is what we always have, Dagster.
Absolutely.
A shorty, but a special is race 5, number 2, your tip from last start. There's the one.
What price that?
And it's 2's on about $1.50, $1.60.
Yep.
So you want to load that into something, and one with a nice little bit of value to finish off race 7, number 2, Australis, about the $5 mark.
Fantastic. All bases covered there. They've turned the racing back on at Adelaide, so I'll just mention one in the first. I think Peloton back over there around a $3.60 mark, race 1, number 4. Perhaps
it's into just under odds on, mate. It's only 4 horses in it now.
Oh, is it? Oh, there's 2. Oh, yeah. I've got the tote feed. Sorry, top tote on the race net. Ignore that one. So yeah, that'll lead and probably win, but at that price, maybe roll it into winning partner in a second. Enough for us. We will see everyone courtesy of progretracing.com.au. As we said, check them out. We'll see everyone Friday morning to preview. I don't even know where we're at. Where are we on Saturday?
Oh, mate, good question. I'll have a look. Saturday. Don't know. No idea.
Good. Well, this is informative stuff, punters. We're at the Valley, back at the Valley. And I think we've done with all the bush stuff, aren't we? I think we're back at Rosehill. Have a look here. So the Valley Rosehill Gardens. So back to look at both of those two, as well as maybe something up north again as we get into the Queensland Summer Carnival. Good luck, mate. I might see you tomorrow.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Keep me posted.
Yep. Take it easy, bud, and we'll talk to everyone again soon. Catch you later.